With that being said, let's jump into the show. 4 reasons you fear trust. Why are you scared? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I've heard it all. And, maybe all of these don't apply to you. Maybe none of this applies to you. Maybe everything applies to you. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to discuss this. 4 reasons you fear trust. I deal with a lot of people. A lot. And when you deal with a lot of anything, you become more familiar. I mean, when you I don't know, you can be in the woods a lot. You're gonna be very, very familiar with the woods. You can drive a lot and you be very familiar with driving. But I deal with people a lot, so I'm very familiar with people. But nonetheless, when it comes to trust and going private, I say that with air quotes on my fingers, air quotes. Going private. I've dealt with a lot of people, and then over time, I've come to realize or witness that there's a lot of the same concerns. Most people who are looking to, set their state up privately with structures that are not created nor governed by the state, public or corporate legislature or anything like that, that most people, there's certain, what should I say, categories that people fall into. I've noticed. There's certain reasons that people share. Also, the fears that people have, the concerns that people have tend to be very similar as well. So I want to touch on 4 of those fears, and it's not all of them that has come up, but, it's 4 of them that I've dealt with people and, attempting to help people overcome their fears because, ultimately they, this is something that they want to do. They feel that they really need to do. And, they really just need to get out of their head with it. But in order to do that, most people that I deal with who are looking to administer trust are highly intelligent. And it's difficult to scam highly intelligent people. It's difficult to convince highly intelligent people because, most highly intelligent people, they need to have a specific, real, substantive reason to do or not to do a thing. So, you can be dealing with, I understand that I need to do this. I understand the importance of this. I understand all of that, but I just can't get past this, or I just can't get past that. I've dealt with this a lot. So, and then once we get past these issues or these misconceptions, I see how quickly they advance or take to this information. So, with that being said, let's jump into this, and this is, as I said, the title is 4 reasons you are scared, or the 4 reasons you fear trust. But that was just the title of the show, man. I'm just saying 4 reasons. It could have been 4 reasons that I've come across overall, average of everyone I dealt with and their fears of trust. But that was too long. That's too long of a title. Y'all know what I'm saying. Don't be ridiculous. Number 1, you are uninformed as to the benefits of trust. And due to that lack of knowledge, it's easy to fill that void with that lack of knowledge with fear. It happens all the time. But you're uninformed as to the benefits, with avoiding creditors, litigation, death tax, inheritance tax, gift tax, generation skipping tax, probate courts, probate tax. It's the difference of being able to pass along to to your next generation all of the wealth that you created or exchanged with your energy, unencumbered to your heirs, regardless of what you do. Run up all your credit cards. Run up all your personal loans. Run up all your lines of credits. Run them up. Run them up. Live it up. Without a concern of the succession of the estate, as well as the assets making it to the heirs. That's a fear. And through lack of knowledge, you don't know. Hey, I don't want no problem. Hey, I'm just gonna do it how everybody else does it because at least I know the result. I can anticipate the result of what everyone else is doing. Which is fear-based logic. And I get it. I understand it. But one of the biggest fears of becoming successful is losing it. Especially if you come from nothing. Let's just keep it real. Like if roaches. Roaches and no food and maybe single parent homes. Well, it's not even a home; it's an apartment, but I guess it's a home, right? And it's just real rough. Hey, rough projects. Hey, right? And you come in with hard work and luck. And consistency and dedication and all these things that came together through will and lack of giving up and firm belief in yourself and willing to put in the work. You achieve this status. You achieve not only the status, but this wealth, this amount of wealth that you've never seen within your family or your friends or anything like that. This ability to not only do what you want to do, which is kind of weird, as well as just have this security that you've never experienced, that you've never seen, as far as when it comes to financial. And you know what I know what I know, whatever, right? And then someone comes along, or you hear this thing, trust. You can keep all your stuff, but you control it. You don't own it, and you won't lose it. Man, hold on, man. You know how long it took me to get all this stuff? And if I lost it, if anything would happen to my wealth and to my property, to my personal property, to my home, you know how devastating that would be to me? That's fear that I would deal with if I was uninformed as to the benefit of trust, the benefit of a private trust, because I'm concerned about losing everything and then having to gain it. Now I got to go through everything, that I went through to get man, come on. So it's a big deal, but it's through lack of knowledge that, it's actually the opposite. I can go start another business, go do something else, go do something like, potentially, risky, and not be concerned with getting sued or fined of everything that I built. Open a factory. There's an accident at the factory. They sue the company and the factory, and then they sue me personally because I'm the owner and stuff. And now all my personal assets is up for grabs. And it's up to some jury, some civil jury, some civil suit or whatever, to decide whether or not my personal assets are going to be up for grabs. Nah, son, no, that's not shaking. That'd be something that I'm not with. I'm not, I could deal with, okay, yeah, the trust owns it, I don't own it, and that's at first that's kind of a weird situation. But having it be put at risk outside of my control just because of the state statutes and all this other stuff that are looking to encumber my assets and get predatory? Nah, son. So number one, 4 reasons you fear trust. You're uninformed as to the benefits. Number 2, you don't understand public and private. You don't, you may be more familiar with, or the people that you speak to are more familiar with, or maybe you got an auntie that works downtown for the city or something. You talked to her and she told you what she knew, and it's like, oh, only trust can do this. You can't do that with the trust. Well, you read some statutes. You live in let's say you live in hey, let's say you live in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Let's say you live in Georgia. You look at the Georgia annotated code, I think it is, on trust, and you read that and you see all those restrictions and all those laws and rules with regard to trust. And you're like, man, that's not cool. That's not what he was talking about. He said that it don't have to be governed by the state, and then but I look at the state and then here's some laws on trust. What is he lying? You don't understand the difference between public and private. That's why. That's why you think I'm lying. That's the second reason why you fear trust. Because you don't get it. You don't understand the difference between public and private. You don't even know. You don't even know. You have no idea. It's an obscure, concept to your mind. You don't get it. You don't know how to, and if you don't understand the difference between public and private, that's what you're gonna think. You don't think that. You definitely don't think that. Oh, you can't do that. I saw the statutes, and he's hey, so. Remember what you told me about trust? Yeah. All right, man. I'm not trying to, say anything, but man, I sent you a link, man, in the email, man. Do you have the email? And I checked my email. Yeah. Could you click on that link, man? Like, this ain't no phishing or nothing, is it? Because you ain't finna get nothing from me. I'll hack your whole planet, son. You're like, no, it's not no phishing. Man, no, I don't even know how to do that stuff, man. It's just going to the Secretary of State website. It wasn't the Secretary of State website. It was the Gov website, and I click on the link, and it's talking about trust. You remember what you said? The trust, blah blah blah. And I was like, yep, I remember that. Can you look at this line, whatever? And he pointed to the line. I found the line, and he read the line. You see what that says? I was like, the line you just read? He said, yeah, and then I read it. That's the line? Yeah. That's the line. Are you sure? Yeah. That's the line. So now what, man? Because I paid you, a little $50 for your consultation. This is what you told me, man. And then, I had a feeling, man, so I went and looked, man. You know what I mean? And this is what I found. And this is, so what am I supposed to say, man? I'm like, oh man, it's funny you said that. Acting sheepish and stuff, Trying to play him on as though, oh, you got me. I said, plain and simple, man. That's statutory. That's state statutes, correct? Yeah, state statutes. And state statutes, you say the state is public, right? Yeah, the state's public. Well, that's not the type of trust I was talking about. But you said trust. I did say trust. I didn't say public trust. But it's not public. He was gonna say it's not public. He just admitted that the state was public. I said private trust. What was a private trust? It's not that. Man, I feel like you're playing games, man. I said, look, I'm going to email you 2 things. I want you to read them, and I want you to call me back. And I emailed him 2 things, but he never called me back. Number 3, 4 reasons you fear trust. You don't want to read, man. You don't want to learn new skills. You don't want to read, man. You don't want to learn new skills. You think you learn everything, or you went to the state school. You know, your mama was hitting you with the shoe because you was late for school. And, you know what I'm saying? You got to make your bed or something like that. It was just a bad experience. You had to wake up early. Maybe you were getting bullied. Maybe you didn't have money, so you had to eat the school lunch. But everybody was sitting at the table. They wasn't eating the school lunch. They had the, you know what I'm saying, the Taco Bell. They had the Cholitos, man. Food had Subway over there stunting on me because I'm eating these soggy chicken nuggets that they got from the lunch line, man. The lunch lady, man. I'm just playing. and you know, you got out of school. And you like, oh, you know, I ain't going to school. I don't need to learn no more. I done learned everything I need to learn. They made me go to school, and they said I was truant if I ain't go to school, and I had to go to jail if I didn't go to school, go to juvie. And now that I'm out of school, I'm done. That's what the majority of people think. You'd be surprised. People be done learning. The only time they learn is if it's something they're interested in, if they find something interested, or at the job when they're being trained. Any other time you try to teach somebody something, man, whoa, you better duck, boy. Better duck, because something coming. Beware of the hand when it's coming from the left. But you don't want to read. You don't want to learn new skills. So you fear them trust, man, because, hey, you don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. When you finally figure out, excuse me, you finally figure out that, you know, what I'm saying is that it's the truth. There's a such thing as a private contractual, non-grantor, complex trust. Like, okay, this dude's for real. I see it. Okay, I get it. Now you fear trust because you don't want to read. You don't want to learn. You see the words. You read 4 sentences. There's 5 words you didn't know what they meant. You're done. You put it down. It's a wrap. Man, that Fiji water is good. Whew, yeah, you put it down. It's a wrap. You're done reading. You're done trying to learn. It's too much. You turn on Netflix because that's much easier. That's why you fear trust. Because you don't know. Because you're ignorant. And you don't want to learn. And you don't want to read. And you don't want to read. And most of y'all don't want to read because it reminds you of how much you don't read because how hard it is to read. And you get bad. Oh man, it only read 2 pages, and it's been 15 minutes. I only get 2 pages to make you feel a certain type of way about yourself because you don't read. Your brain's like a muscle. If you don't work it, it ain't working. But you don't want to learn, so you fear trust. You fear what you don't know. You fear what you don't understand. It's the 3rd reason you fear trust. I hear you, girl. We got about 60 seconds left in the broadcast. I'm gonna say broadcast. I don't know what that is, but I know it don't exist. So if you're checking out the show online, you want to call in 563-999-3625. Otherwise, you will be disconnected. I will stream. We're gonna go over like we usually do. I think it's usual by now. You should know better. But that's what's happening. 563-999-3625. Go ahead and call in, man. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good, man. But yeah, you don't want to read. You don't want to learn. It's too much work. Oh man, I made this donation. I paid this money, and I gotta read. I gotta work. Well, why don't you do it? You the one that got my money. Why don't you do it? Because That's not how this works. You need to know how to do this. You need to know how to teach this to the successor trustees so that the estate can stay intact and within family hands. Anytime that you depend on someone else, you give them power, especially when you depend on someone else that's not within your bloodline, that's not an heir to your estate. Think about it. Think about it. You know how many estates have been lost just for that reason right there? Everything was cool, then the dude passed, and oops, Uncle Fister was no longer cool. He's tripping. He took all our money. We tried to take him to court, and there was a conspiracy against us. They wouldn't let us do anything. Fear. Oh, I know some people that did that trust thing, and they lost everything. The trustees ran off with everything. I would never do that. Fear. The trustees ran off with everything. Yeah. Was they family members? No. Well, they didn't know how to do it, so they had to hire. I mean, come on, you can't blame the people. Actually, I can. Well, what's wrong with you? You need to go somewhere, so. I'm sorry, I'm doing my voices this evening. I mean, my characters and stuff. I'm animated. But I'm serious. I've heard it all. I've heard all of it. You don't want to read. You don't want to learn new skills. Dealing with these fears. So number one, get informed to the benefits. Afraid to lose control. Number two, you don't understand public and private. Number three, you don't want to read. You don't want to learn new skills. Number four, you fear loss of control. Over your stuff. Your lawyer friend said you can't be a trustee and you lose control of all your property and assets once you transition into private. I got my lawyer home, but I got a friend. We went to school, and then I went to engineer school, and he went to law school. And I talked to him last night. I called him. We talked. We sat on the phone for like two hours. So we had a good time. But for like half hour, 45 minutes, at the end of the call, I was disturbed because I talked to him about this trust we was talking about. I gave you this donation for, and you know what? He told me that I can't be the trustee and the grantor, and I lose control of all my property and assets, and you can run off with my stuff. I got a lawyer friend. I wouldn't put this by my lawyers. They told me I can't do that. There ain't no such thing as a private trust. There's no such thing. Well, tell me something. Okay, no problem. Your lawyer friend, he go to the state elementary school. I don't know. I didn't meet him until high school. Well, do you think he went to a state elementary school? Yeah, I presume he did. And in high school, did he go to a public high school? Actually, we went to private school. So y'all went to like what Catholic school? No, it was just a private school. We had to pay. My families had to pay. But it was in the state, though, right? Yeah. Was there any state curriculums or anything like that? Yeah, there was, because I remember they used to get funds from the state or the federal government. Okay. So it was a state curriculum, private school. Yeah, okay. Y'all went to state high school? Yeah, he went to the University of... So you got the state education. He's taught state law, right? Yeah, state law. And the state is public, right? Public law, yeah, the state's public. So wouldn't you be familiar with public trusts? Well, he's a lawyer though, I don't know why you keep telling me he's a lawyer. Well, he is. But he's familiar with state trusts and state law. I'm talking about, we're dealing with private trusts and contract law. And you're not going to lose. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Right? And I don't really talk like this in the public too much, right? Because I don't have nothing to prove out here. I know what I know, and I know what people say. But one of the things people say, so-called gurus, And I like Clubhouse because, I made this. Anyways, I be going on Clubhouse and I be checking people and I hear what people say and, how they say it and the confidence that they have saying weird stuff. I think it's very interesting. There's been a couple times I jumped up there, said something. Sometimes it was cool. Most times it was cool. A couple times I was booted. But one of the biggest things people say, these gurus or whatever, you can't be the grantor of the trust and be the trustee. So once you create the trust, you're going to lose. You got to have a trustee. Who's going to be your trustee? Huh? Who's going to be your trustee? Every time I heard that, who's going to be your trustee? I don't trust nobody. I don't believe in anyone. I don't have nobody that I could trust and believe in and depend on. Brother, who's going to be your trustee? And that's what I heard. I was in the room, I think it was last week on Clubhouse, man. And that's what the dude said. You don't even know the trust because you can't be the grantor and the trustee in the trust. You got to find a trustee. And you better hope that they trustworthy and that they don't run off with your stuff. That's the biggest thing that's being used that I hear of to scare people off from trust. First of all, contract makes the law, not statute. All right, let me drop. Look, we are not the grantors. I wasn't the grantor of my family trust, bro. I wasn't. And the trustees in training, there's trustees listening, they'll tell you, they weren't the grantors, man. Who says that in order to go private and convert your estate to private and set up your private, family trust, business trust, asset trust, whatever, who says that you got to be the grantor? And I'll tell people that, and I can, whether if we're on the phone, I can hear them scratching their head. If we in public and I see them, I can see them scratching their head. It's like, oh, I never thought about that. Never thought about it like that. Man, look. Who said that I'm the grantor? You know what? Me, I haven't been the grantor of any trust. Definitely been trustees on many trusts. Still am. Straight up. Same thing in the public. The organizer, LLC. Man, I'm not the organizer. They don't ask for ID. When you go to the desk and hand them the organization papers, they don't ask for ID. And that's why I say, I came in the game saying, the state recognized private and the feds recognized private. And my guy was like, how? Why you say that? And I appreciate that because that instead of him just outright challenging, he wanted me to say what's up. And I respect that. You know what I mean? But I said, if you can get a quote 98 number from the IRS from calling them and not give them the social, how's that not private? And they give you the EIN. They give it to you. And you can go to a Secretary of State and organize a corporation, an LLC, a partnership, whatever. And when you put them paperwork in and they stamp it and they take the bread and stuff, they don't ask for ID. And if they ask for ID in your state, please tell me. Because I want to know. But they don't. They don't. If you know what you're doing, you have the proper information, man, it's not hard to be private out here. It's hard and difficult if you don't know. But it's not hard. And they be out here, oh, you can't be the grantor. Absolutely right. In the public. But in the private, we understand how it looks in the public, right? So no, not the grantor. I'm the trustee. You're the trustee of your estate? Yeah, absolutely. Were you a grantor? No. Well, who's a grantor? That's private, player. I'm under non-disclosure. I've told you too much anyways. So you're in control of all your stuff. Yes. As a trustee. Well, the board of trustees, but yeah, through through the power vested in me as a single trustee by the board of trustees of the trust, yeah, I'm in control of everything. I ain't lose control of nothing. And I protect it. This is trust property, and I protect the trust property. I'm the fiduciary of the trust. Wow, man. Well, I got to get with you, man. What's your email? Come on, man. I'm going to give you some advice. A guru, someone who cannot help you, someone who's bluffing you will not answer your questions. They'll get upset. They'll get angry with you for asking questions. And the anger is for you to stop asking, because they don't have the answer. You can ask me any question you want. Trustees get my private mobile number. I encourage trustees to call me at least once a week. Ring my mobile number. You can ask me any question. Man, look, this is what I do. I live this every day. I live this. But yeah, you ask me, those are the four plausible reasons as to why you fear trusts. And, fear can be dispelled. All you got to do is acquire knowledge. You can acquire knowledge. And the best way to acquire knowledge with regards to trust, private trust, is to jump into trustee training, right? You can definitely email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. You cannot sign up for trustee training on the website. I need to holler at you. Either we need to get with the email, or I need to talk to you. Either way, whether you type through an email or you speak to me, I'm going to feel your energy. I mean, so it's not some willy-nilly. It's not offered to the public. It's by invitation only. And this is the invitation to the listeners of the foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. No one's going to just stumble upon, the website, welcometothefoundation.com, and sign up for trustee training. It does not work like that. The foundation does not sell trusts. It does not work like that. But with your training and your education, you won't need a trust. You will create your own. You'll be able to do it yourself, which is required, because that's what you need to teach your successors, so they don't depend on anyone else. There may be specific instances where they, need to contact a professional. Oh, we need these taxes filed, and I'm a trustee. I'm not an account. I'm not a tax accountant or a tax return preparer. That's cool. Or we need to collect on this contract, and you hire an attorney that knows the procedure on maybe collections or something like that, because you're not familiar with collections. But the overall administration and protection of the estate, you need to pass that down. Assets will be acquired. Business trusts will be created. They will be dissolved. Your successors need to know how to do that. There may be sub-family trust. Maybe there's a marriage in the family, and you just don't necessarily trust that dude or that girl that married your child. Well, you can create a sub-family trust that's under the main family trust, to where if when they're together, if there's a divorce or something, maybe the non-family member that divorced child can only get access at that sub-family trust, but won't get access to the entire family trust. There's ways in which these things can be administered and maneuvered. It's only limited by your creativity and your knowledge. But these things must be known in order for you to raise up and educate successors. And that's, there's two main purposes, or what I would say initiatives, verticals. Characteristics, whatever you want to call it, with regards to trustee training. Number one, the training, you're educated or trained as a fiduciary trustee from the standpoint of surviving an IRS audit. It's not, so you can go get your bank account and feel like a baller. No. This education system is specifically structured so that you have everything that you need. And if you follow everything that you learn in the trainings and all the principles and procedures, you will very, very easily survive an IRS audit, whether it's state or federal. More often than not, though, if you follow everything that you learn in the training, there will not be an audit or any type of, action, because the paperwork, the substantiation will be way too tight. And the second initiative of the training is that you have everything that you need to teach your successors on how to grow and administer the estate that will be passed to them. Very serious. I think that's very serious. And I take it very seriously. And that's what it is. But the things are changing, Things are changing. It's gonna be a different world in 10 years. It's gonna be a different world in 5 years. It's gonna be a different world in 15, 20 years. But when you think on the level of generations, of all the things that we have to deal with in life, the one thing that I can make sure is that my successors, my heirs, won't have to deal with poverty. Won't have to deal with being broke, being poor. Can't fight their fights, win their battles for them, learn the things that they need to learn, the hard lessons, the easy lessons. I can't do it for them. But I can definitely give them some cushion and a nice estate and put them on the path to not only sustain it but grow it for the future generations. But that's just me. I could be some, older dude that just really sentimental and out of touch with what's going on in the real world. No cap. Could be. But if it's not about family, what it's about? What it's about? Ultimately. So, that's what it is. And that's, those are the 4 reasons you fear trust. I'm sure there's other reasons. I'm sure some of you say, I don't fear trust. That's why I'm in the training. And, you would be correct probably. Hey, if you're in the training, I'm not talking to you. Or maybe I am. Maybe you are in the training and you still got fear. And it's cool, It's just, we get through it. We keep it moving. Definitely keep it moving. So, hey, that's what I say. Count them 4. I would be very interested in to know what you think, whether it's on a Discord server, whether you email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Maybe you don't want to be vulnerable and share your fears with a strange man on the internet. I just sent the email full of my fears to this strange man on the internet. He goes by the name of Sot. Sottle. I think his name is Sottle. But no, I'm serious. 4 reasons you fear trust. It's nothing to fear. I think the only thing I fear is what happens if I don't do what I'm supposed to do. Hey, that's just me though. But if you're interested, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Check out the website, welcometothefoundation.com. Take your time, but don't take too long because things are changing very, very fast. I saw a proposal for the IRS to track all transactions and bank accounts above $600. There's more and more government breaches and company breaches, hacks and things of that nature. I feel we're very, very comfortable knowing that my personal information isn't really out there. bank account information, things of that nature. It's really a trust or some sort of corporate structure that is, public facing, that all of my private assets are protected, and that my heirs know how to not only administer, but how to protect the estate. I'm not concerned. I feel like if you get on an airplane, you got children, you don't have life insurance, you're tripping. But that's just me. Let alone if you haven't established your private estate. But that's just me. But I'm not judging. Or am I? You tell me. But that's it. That's it. For this episode of The Foundation, 4 reasons you fear trusts. This is something I made up, so I can't email it to you. Man, next week I'll do maybe another document so I can send it to y'all that are interested, so y'all can, get into some of the things that I got into. One of the things that I would say when you're looking at trust and stuff is to read express trusts under the common law. And a lot of people, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading that. Man, read it. It's compelling. It speaks to the power and the bulletproof nature of a contract entity dealing with governments or state. Man, look, wow, and it's old school. It's from like the 1800s or 1900s or something like that, early 1900s or something. So it also shows you that this private contract entity stuff is nothing new. You just ain't heard about it. It's like some private club stuff, like for real. But yeah, I'll do a show up here with another document. I see y'all like them document shows, man. It's cool. I'm gonna give y'all what you want. I'll give you what you want. I have no problem. But that's it. That's it for the show. I appreciate y'all checking out the show. I appreciate everybody that called in. I appreciate the OGs, the long-standing listeners and followers of the foundation. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, I'm just trying to help change your life. That's all. I'm trying to help change your life. Some people like, I'm trying to change your life. I can't change your life. I can help you change your life. You don't have to change your life. I could probably help though. It's got to be you. Please let that be known. Well, yeah, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. If you would like to inquire with regards to trustee training, sign up for the email list at admin@welcometothefoundation.com. There will be some exclusive offers coming out next week. First week of October. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We're in the fourth quarter, about to hit the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? Q4. So we're going to do a little something, So if you're not signed up for the email list, you're not going to know. You're not going to get it. It's going to pass you by. So I suggest you sign up for the email list, especially if you're on the fence with joining trustee training. Maybe you've inquired, maybe you haven't. Sign up for the email list. We got something for you. Maybe to entice you. We also got some merchandise. You had some people were interested in merchandise, so we looked into it. I say we, but it was really the secretary. I'm going to keep it real. But, the merch is going to be merchandise. You got, some baseball caps, some hoodies, and, foundation. So, I don't know if you're interested in that. I'll email the secretary. That's what we're going to do. Secretary at welcometothefoundation.com. But yeah, man, hey, we keeping it moving over here. I trust that y'all had a great week, I do this show because I love y'all, like straight up. I might not know you, but I love you. We might meet and you get on my nerves and I can't mess with you, but I still love you. I just can't mess with you. I'm just playing. But for real, I love y'all. I want the best for y'all. I enjoy my life. And, I would like to spread the love so other people enjoy their lives so we can enjoy our lives together because, being the only one is kind of lonely, if you understand what I'm saying. Plus, I'm one of them cats that like to be around people that like to better themselves, that challenge themselves, that hold themselves accountable, and are very interested in being responsible and productive and significant, not only in their lives, but the lives of others. So if that sounds like you, hey, let's kick it. Hit me up. Just playing. I don't really kick it. I'll be at the crib, man, just chilling. I read a lot. But now we can get it, you know what I'm saying? We used to do events like every quarter, do a seminar, in-person seminar. Email me, admin at welcometothefoundation.com if you're interested in me kicking off. We start kicking off seminars again. We used to have a bunch of guests. We had Sherry Peel Jackson. Yusuf showed up to a couple of them. A lot of different people that were at the seminars. I enjoyed them, but maybe it's too early. Maybe, y'all don't want the poke, the cough. You don't want to choke. I don't know. I'm trying to, gauge interest because I'm down. I'm down to come meet y'all. I can speak in person. Maybe go out to eat with a group or something like we did last time. I'm cool. I'm down with it. I don't show my face on the internet and stuff like that. I don't need that attention. Some would say I'm a good-looking brother. No, I'm just playing. I'm just not into it. Doing videos and whatnot. I don't know. I think it's vain. It's weird. Same thing like people taking selfies. I think that's weird. It's weird. But hey, do your dance. I'm sorry, I ain't talking about nobody. I ain't hating on no one. Nobody. But yeah, email me, admin at welcometothefoundation.com if you would be interested in the seminar. I used to do like the East Coast, Midwest, South, and the West Coast. Usually in the South, I like Atlanta or, Dallas. And the East Coast is New Jersey. I like New Jersey, honestly. Midwest, Chi-Town or not Detroit. No, I'm just playing. I'm not hating on Detroit. But Chicago, do Chicago or something. Usually Chicago's kind of expensive. Maybe Ohio. I don't know. What y'all think? West Coast, I like Oakland, San Fran. I like the Oakland. Or San Diego. I don't want to do it in LA. I think that's, come on, man. But every quarter we would hit, a different little spot. I'm down. Let me get in some pants. Let me know. I was also trustee training, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. You got a current event you think I might be interested or I should cover on the show, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Just want to say peace, admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Make sure you check out the website, check out the PDFs. There's stuff on there that I don't even talk about. It's just stuff some people are interested in. I think there's a lot of stuff in the PDF section. It's not just trust. Just trust me. It's people are like, I want to talk about this. I'm like, why? Well, I saw it on the website. I'm like, just because it's on the site doesn't mean I talk about it. I'm just putting it out there. I saw people, a lot of that stuff, I saw people selling those PDFs, trying to get people to buy them. So I put it up there. If it's not about trust directly, you're like, oh, okay. He probably saw someone trying to sell this. That's why it's up here. But I could talk for hours, I just did. But we're just gonna wrap this up. So I apologize to all the callers that that have their hand up. It's been a long show. I've been jibber jabbering, and I'm ready to get up out of here. But I appreciate you checking out the show. I appreciate everybody that called in. Everybody that's checking out this in the archive. Everybody in the future. All you future people, peace. And peace to all the present people for sure. But, I trust you enjoyed the show. That maybe you learned something, at the very least. The whole you ain't got to be the grantor thing, maybe that blew your mind. But hopefully, you gained something from the show. You were able to pick up something that I was putting down. We do the show every Wednesday here on the High Frequency Radio Network. We got 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. What is it, 6 p.m. Mountain? Whatever that is. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every Wednesday. The foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. I appreciate you checking out the show, as I said. I trust that, you will enjoy your week. And that, you will maybe learn something new. or maybe try something new, or maybe, believe in yourself in a way that you didn't before, which would, ultimately, hopefully allow you to try something new. But, I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And if you do believe in yourself, I believe in you too. So, let's get it. I would love to do business with y'all. Let's do business. Let's go. But in order to do that, we all need to have pretty much a level playing field or foundation with regards to what we're doing, the knowledge, as well as, pretty level or have the same foundation and structures that we're using to do business with each other. And that's what this is all about, Everybody getting the same foundation, getting the level foundation all across all of us so that we all can properly protect ourselves, protect our families, and do business with each other, do business with the public. So with that being said, my name is Sot L, as Seeker of Truth L, or Speaker of Truth L, whichever one, or both, it's up to you. And as always, it is a pleasure for me to host the foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. I look forward to assisting you in your private transition. Please email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. If you're looking to get into trustee training, we are starting a new session in a matter of like 1 week or 2 weeks. Brand new, right from the beginning. It's the perfect time. Yes, so I definitely want to say peace to y'all. I trust y'all have a great week, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's, out there, everybody that's grinding, man. Keep it up. Keep working. I see you. Y'all have a great time. On time. No, I'm just playing. But no, yeah. Appreciate y'all checking out the show. Like I said, have a great week. Enjoy yourself. As my homeboy D says, I ain't going to say his name, I'm just going to say D. Say have a great day on purpose. I like the way he said that. So have a great week on purpose. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night. It is very important. I know it sounds corny, but it's important. And I'll catch you here, same time, same network, High Frequency Radio Network, next week. I'm Sot L. It's my pleasure for the foundation. Saying peace.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.